Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another one-man review. Today I'll continue on in my exploration of the entire Blacksad series up till present. This is a series written by Juan Diaz-Canales and drawn by the absolutely phenomenal Juanjo Guarnido. This is the third, well, no, probably fourth volume. This is the second volume from Dark Horse, but the first volume collected, I think, three in one. So this one is just the one volume in itself, the A Silent Hell, and we'll go ahead and jump right into it. The obvious thing, if you've seen the previous review, or if you even just flip open the books and look at them, like you can see right here, oh my God, right away. The art by Guarnido is absolutely phenomenal. The anthropomorphic figures allow for some amazing visual metaphor in terms of character and just the expressions that are shown, and then the backgrounds, the sense of place throughout all of these books is absolutely phenomenal. This book is taking place in New Orleans, which opens up to some more interesting color work, I think, for Guarnido to play with. Some of the earlier volumes are more like this, where there's like monochromatic earth tones throughout. They're still really colorful and good plays of warm and cool, beautiful watercolor work. But this book plays that out even more. And throughout all of the volumes, you see the color becoming a more and more potent piece of Guarnido's tool bag, basically. So here we're solving a murder in New Orleans, solving a case in New Orleans, and you can see the switch in color too between the really golden to like the bright morning, but the cool shadows throughout here. Some really fun cartooning here where Blacksad's in, again, like the really dark, monochrome, seedy old bar. And this character here, this like Joe Camel looking character who he's interrogating, the horse behind him scared he's going to say too much. He says, "My lips are sealed, bro." And then he hits him right in the kisser with the baseball bat, like definitely sealing his lips. So just some good comedic timing like that. And then Guarnido's cartooning and drawing throughout. I mean, this action scene here, Blacksad jumping over and grabbing the baseball bat and then shoving it into the horse's mouth is great. But the fluidity and like natural, almost realism of this versus this like hyper crazy stylized cartooning going on the horse right now is great, and it all works. It all integrates together really, really carefully. Some more gorgeous play with light and color in this scene where they're sitting under a table. Again, Blacksad is interviewing someone in the case that he's on, and just this absolute gorgeous play of light throughout the whole scene where there's like a cool color that's gone in, probably one color painted over top of everything to get the look of the shadows. It really makes like that glittering look of the shadows moving very present in the piece. And then an absolutely stunning page here where Mardi Gras is being drawn. There's the gigantic parade here coming down the street, and every one of these is like an actual character drawn up till about back here. You can tell what type of animal they are. All the way back here, you can see Blacksad. He's about as big as my fingernail poking out. And all of that is still clear. You can see the little guy up here. There's people in all the windows. It's just a phenomenal level of work. And then they're all like colored differently. There's ticker tape coming down. There's beads. It's absolutely like Where's Waldo pack type of imagery. And it's not got that type of clean line, yet nothing gets cluttered. It's just you don't get art better than this. This is a performance that's just so stunning. And then you come into this whole other sequence here, and it just stays that beautiful, that colorful. And you could really see this artist who is usually stuck in the dark, gloomy rooms given a chance to go crazy. And he does really, really great work in here. The majority of this volume is about this character here, Faust. He was a warden at a prison, and then this character here, who's obviously a heroin-addicted blues musician. This is a pretty straight crime noir story. It's as with any of these books, it's political in nature, but not so like in your face political as the first three were. Like in that first video, I was complaining a little bit about the second and third volume, especially got political in a like in your face, not very sophisticated way. I think in this book, the writing is starting to get more sophisticated and starting to bring it down to the personal level, the impact of like shady record deals and drug dealers and things like that, rather than like Nazis, something more, just like ham-fisted like that. And this is more about this character being the victim of a snake oil salesman and then slowly going down into addiction and ruining his career, and he's wanting to play this one last song. So I found the story in this book much more interesting, and obviously the art's amazing. This volume, we won't go into any more of the story, but this volume is also really cool because it has this huge extensive section, I mean almost 40 pages I think, of like going through Guarnido's process and showing how much work he puts in to like getting the color right on any one of not just the pages, but the panels will have multiple color sketches per panel sometimes. I don't know if he's doing this for all of them or he's showing like the few that he really had to work out beforehand, but it looks like this is something he's doing for pretty much every image in the book, which is crazy because when you look at these, they're not only just are they color studies, but they're redrawings. It's not like he has a sketch and then he's printing that out on a photocopier and trying different color combinations. Like these are different characters in each one. The poses are different. So he's really redrawing these each time, further refining the characters in there while he's playing with the color sketches, and then all of his notes about why he did that. This is, of all of the volumes, by far the most instructive to young artists. Here's another really interesting one where he's got, this is at least 5 sketches for the same one panel. I think this is the finished version in the book. And he's playing here with the silhouette, where here Blacksad's fully in the dark in these two, and in these two he's got the light showing through and his head's poked a little bit further out to preserve the silhouette, and you can see how much more clear that figure is. So a lot of stuff like that artists at any level in their career could afford to learn from. And then there are a couple short stories in the back as well, like little 2-page stories. So this is a really cool volume. It's got one of the more like mid stories. It's not obnoxiously political. But it's kind of just a straightforward noir story as well. Really beautiful art throughout. And then it's got all of those extras in the back, which I think make this a particularly wonderful volume of the Blacksad collection.